The IBEW has members in every jurisdiction. If you look at where the power lies in government, the most power lies at the local government level. It's through boards and commissions. Almost all economic development happens through boards and commissions. Almost all rule setting happens through boards and commissions. Whether it's airport spending, waterway port spending, stadium authorities, convention center boards and commissions, all go through these entities. Some of these port authorities let $10, $15 billion of work over a decade or two.
Well, it's important that we have members involved in boards and commissions all across the country because that's where a lot of decisions are made. A lot of decisions that directly affect our members and who's going to get the next job.
I could go back to my local and say, hey, guess what? They're looking at some vacant land and they're going to put up a Target. They're going to put up an Amazon, things of that nature. Then you can get it to higher ups within the organization of the union and they can start to target these jobs.
One of the best things about being on the Planning Commission is that I get to find out what's being developed and I get to find out early on.
Because of my involvement on the board, I've been able to secure language in all contracts that go out to contractors when bidding projects that they must have a registered apprenticeship program.
I think being there helps my local and it helps the building trades to have somebody on the inside when these projects are first being discussed.
We have to be involved in these commissions. Without a voice there, that saying is, if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. That is very true.
This convention center, it brings in $100 million a month into San Diego's regional economy. That's over $1 billion a year. All the work that's done here is done union. All the electrical work is done IBEW.
It's not lost on us that in cities where we have high market share, we have members on boards and commissions across the board and sometimes codified positions.
Years ago, they rewrote the bylaws, they added a seat for labor because we had partnered together with the community to build the convention center. Every year we've had a member of organized labor on the board. And now we have 3 members of labor that sit on the board.
The steps we'd ask them to take is to start with who controls the regulations. So usually that's a planning commission or some code enforcement board. And then really looking at, are the people sitting on that board friends, enemies? Do we not know them? And if we don't have that sort of influence politically, we need to map it out and think, how many city council seats do we need to flip? Do we need a new mayor? And let's do politics with a purpose.
It's important that we have people that are from us and believe in the labor movement and are willing to be a strong voice.
And there's literally hundreds of boards that the mayor, the governor, city councils have to make, and if we've elected friends of labor there, we should demand that we have a presence on those committees.
We want to be that conduit that helps people get jobs done, and we want those jobs to be good union jobs.
When we're there and part of that, they don't see us as just a labor organization. They see us as a part of the community and bringing something to the table.
And this isn't a power building exercise for a Democratic Party or a Republican Party when we engage in politics, but a power building exercise for the IBEW.